Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 4th. We're just gonna jump right in here. You have this card that says, "Don't soothe your pain with momentary pleasures. It was a necessary ending that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead. Leave the past behind." A lot of people getting this. Not that card, but there's like 1.5 million very similar cards in all these decks that I use. So clearly, a lot of us are leaving something behind. Kind of makes sense. There's a Mercury retrograde coming up, so a lot of us could just be kind of like letting go of things just in general. It's kind of funny. You have this card that says, "Beware who you trust," and I think this has been a major theme for you this year. So a lot of you maybe have been like having challenges with like who you can trust, or what people can you trust in your life, and who should you allow into your life and things like that. So I would definitely pay attention to the things that you've learned, and just realize that, it's like maybe you have been through a difficult time with people in general. And I'm not talking about love here either. This could be anything, and I even get like business as well, like having challenges with people in business, or having challenges with people that you work with. And so I think that there have been some challenging lessons in regards to like, not being able to trust people or whatever. I almost do feel that this was meant to teach you like how to take the lead. You have the Emperor here. It's like sometimes like these, having issues with people that finding out you can't trust them, it can be like the worst, as far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, I think that it's kind of like taught you how to be a leader, or, how to take the lead better in your life, and also like how to take responsibility for things as well, I'm hearing. So, like I don't think this is good or bad. I think it's been a difficult lesson. But at the same time, I think that it's probably leading to more success in the future, obviously. You have the Death card here. And, you have that card that says, "It was necessary. It was a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead." So if something has left your life, just know that it was meant to happen that way so that you could live a better life. I do see a lot of good stuff coming in here. I mean, you have the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Even if you don't want love, Four of Wands can represent like a positive commitment in any area of your life. Could be you moving, could be you traveling, or whatever. And you have the Ace of Pentacles as well. So, definitely a very solid transformation. You have the Five of Swords. This could be the ending that you have experienced. And you go this way, Five of Swords, Nine of Swords to the Two of Swords. This looks like trying to make something fit to me here, Leo. And so maybe you tried to it's like, I don't know. Sometimes we've all done it, right, Leo? Where it's like you end up with a person and you really like them, but maybe they don't like you as much, or, again, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying they didn't like you, but, maybe they didn't like you as much, or maybe they were just distant or something. And it's like, we've all been in those situations where it's like we try to make it work when we know it's not going to work. And I kind of have that popping into my head here where it's like maybe you tried to make something work and it just didn't work. And obviously that's not going to be true for all of you, just for some of you. With the Emperor, you have the Five of Wands, conflict and competition. There is something that pops up for you every single reading I do for you about learning from competition. I think that learning from competition would be very beneficial for you, Leo, especially in like work or business. So yeah, I would just encourage you to learn from learn from competition, or whatever it is that you do in your life, because it could lead to a lot more success. Again, I wouldn't look at competition as competition. I would say, like, what can I learn from this situation? With the Death card, you have the Ace of Cups. We already know that this could have been a love connection. For some of you, I don't think it was a love connection. I think it was work-related, something happening in work, some sort of challenge. I've said this to you for weeks, so definitely seems to be something that you're thinking about at this time. So this could have been in business or work as well. But, again, I think you're thinking about it. The Ace of Cups, I believe, is just talking about the exchange of energy that happened. So, again, whether it was love or work, it doesn't matter. Whenever we're dealing with people, we're exchanging energy with them. And I feel like you're seeing, like, where you've wasted your time, where you could have kept a little bit more to yourself, where, like, ideas that you shouldn't have shared, all those things. And again, this is not a criticism, and I would encourage balance. Sometimes I think we overcorrect. Something happens, and then we punish the next person, or we punish the next employee if you have a business or whatever. And I feel like this is saying, don't overcorrect, don't undercorrect, just correct. It's just that simple. Do things in balance, and, just know that you have learned. Sometimes I think when we overcorrect, It's just saying that we didn't learn from the situation. Because if you learn from the situation, then you're not going to repeat the mistake. With the Five of Swords, you have the Death card. Yep, like I said, something has ended here. I feel like there's also like a new opportunity that you need to see. You always get this with me. Two of Swords. Personally, I think that the Two of Swords is a third place solution card. She has a new island behind her. And that new island is a place that she's never been before. So, if I were a Leo, I would be looking for third place solutions to everything in life, or I would be trying like new, unique, different ways of doing things. Next, in the area of what's coming, the unexpected, you have this card that says, beware of who you trust. You have this Hand of Fate card that says, forces beyond your control intervene. This probably already happened, is what I would say. And I feel like you've learned to be careful of like trusting people and all this other stuff. I always tell people, like, I don't think we should make people prove that they're going to be stable or anything like that, because you can't. It's like either someone is stable or they're not, right? It's like, so it's like I get tons of comments. I'm not picking on anyone here either, of like people who are like, I'm going to make the next person that I date do all these things. I'm like, well, okay, you're going to have to do the same thing for them, because if they're doing it for you, then and you're not doing anything to prove it to them that you're worth it, then you're creating an imbalance right there. Horrible way to start a relationship. I think it's bad to make people pass tests in the first place, because then you're building a relationship based off of tests that you are making people pass. So bad idea, number one. Number two, it's like someone either they is or they isn't, right? So, I feel like what this is saying is that if you're overcorrecting, again, not a criticism, we've all been there. Can you get to the place where you understand that a person, they either are or they aren't what they say they are? And we just have to listen, right? And that's what I feel like is going on in this row. You have the Nine of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. The Nine of Cups is a card of fulfillment. To me, this is what I think we should all be doing, which is matching the energy of what we want. Nine of Cups is a card of bathing in the energy of something that you desire. It's kind of like a card of manifestation, but it's like, Nine of Cups is about having an experience. He is meant to look chubby because he's about to have a feast, but the chubbiness says that he has had a feast before. So it's like he has had something, before, and that's why he's attracting it again. So it's like, I truly believe that to attract things, we have to be the thing that we want to be before we have it. And so people always say, how is that possible? And I'm always like, well, if you want to be a millionaire, there are plenty of habits and books and things that millionaires do that you could go and do without having to be a millionaire first, right? So it's like, I believe we have to really embrace the energy, and it's totally changed my life. And I'm not saying about being a millionaire. I'm saying about like just, everything, anything I've wanted, right? So just by being in the energy, and I think that's what you should do. And it's free. It doesn't cost any money. So, I always tell people, like, whether you believe in law of attraction or not, doesn't matter. I think that just being in a more positive energy and matching energy is just a good idea anyway, right? And, I don't force anyone to believe things they don't want to believe. So, like I said, no matter which side you're coming from here, I think it's a good practice in the first place. You have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. I definitely feel like you've been through it, and especially with people, and just in general, Leo, like the people around you, trusting people, all that stuff has been popping into my head. The good news is I feel like these challenges are kind of coming to an end. Again, Queen of Swords, you see clearly now. I feel like you're cautiously optimistic. This is why I'm not totally worried about it. She has her hand out, but her sword up. It's like she's willing to receive, but she's kind of cautiously optimistic. We go this way, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an opportunity. So I feel like there's a big opportunity coming in for you. The crazy thing is 3 aces, and, multiple signs for like the past few readings have had multiple aces. So, we could be in a time of opportunity. I'm talking about like energetically, or just, just collectively, it could be like a time of opportunity for people. So, let's see. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, card of resting, relaxing, recovering. So I feel like there's some sort of healing that's going on here for you, and I feel like it's taken a very long time. You've definitely been through it. Like, I even think emotionally, I feel like emotionally you're healing, emotionally you're doing things to get better. So I feel pretty good about this. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. Yes, this is the solution right here, is to just be the thing that you want to be. Like, I hate when people say fake it till you make it, because I think you can just step into the energy of what you want, just that simple. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people on a team would be very beneficial for you right now. So, definitely a big fan of teamwork with the Three of Pentacles. I also see, like, again, that your finances are clearly going to be improving here. Love it. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have the past, and you also have this beloved card. So there could be something that you do love that is coming into your life. I wouldn't really say this is a second chance. I think this is a different way of doing things, with that Two of Swords. It's almost like, and again, this looks financial to me. It doesn't even look like love, although I think you will love it, right? With this beloved card, it's something that is attached to your heart, but it's almost like you're revisiting something. It's like you're revisiting something that I don't think you gave up on it necessarily, but maybe you took a break from it. Like this could be in work or business. And I feel that you're finding, it's almost like you're finding another way of doing it with the Two of Swords. Again, Two of Swords is my third place solution card. I personally believe third place solutions are going to save the world. Third place solutions are like everybody thinks this or that on every single issue, but maybe there's like something else, that no one has ever thought of before. And, I believe we're in a time of third place solutions. The challenge is that, I think people need to express these third place solutions into the world. It's like there's nothing to compare these ideas to because they've never been tried before, right? So it's like I think that's a challenge, especially with Pluto and Aquarius, which has an element of attention. And I think people need to kind of have the guts to, put their crazy ideas out into the world. The more people do that, the better the world will get, right? Just that simple. So, but again, I kind of feel she's thinking this or that, but the island behind her says there's another way. And it's almost like this is saying that there's something you worked on where you're finding another way to do it. Or it could be something you're working on right now, like a business, a goal, wish, dream. And you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is, everything you want and desire in your life. A lot of success. And I love the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, I think I said Eight of Pentacles, but whatever. Ten of Pentacles. I feel that for a lot of you, there's just a ton of success coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, ton of abundance. And I also feel like joy and happiness here. So for those of you that do want love, by the way, I feel there could be a very solid connection coming in for you. I'm not really, it could be an earth sign. You have a lot of earth here, but it could be any sign, general reading. I'm not really picking up on, just like one thing or the other. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, big opportunity coming in for you. If you are entering into a relationship, I do feel this could be something that really could change your life. If you don't already have a relationship, Ten of Pentacles is like building and leaving a legacy. So, I feel a lot of you could be ending up with a person where it really kind of changes your life in some way. This could, like what's popping into my head is that this could have to do with like moving. Like maybe you meet a person, you end up moving with them. I don't think this is a person from a distance. It's almost like you meet a person wherever you are and then you move like in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like this, I feel like this relationship could take you to new places or different places. I also feel like your role is changing. Like if you're meeting a person here, it's almost like this person changes your role in life. But this could be a good thing. Like maybe you thought you were going to have to like work for the rest of your life and you meet a person where you don't have to work or, something like that. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yep, new person. Definitely could be an earth sign. I would say if it's not an earth sign, someone with a lot of earth in their chart. I feel like this is good news as well for you. The other thing that I'm getting is that you feel good about this person, like different. And again, I wouldn't like overinvest or anything like that. I would take your time, let it happen and, all that other good stuff. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. Didn't I say eight? I think I said like Eight of Pentacles on the Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting, but Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. I do feel that you do need to believe that you can have something. It's kind of funny because I've been getting a lot of what I call Tinkerbell readings, which Tinkerbell readings are like, if you don't believe, then you're not going to get it, right? And so I've been getting a lot of these readings that I've basically been saying, obviously, if you don't believe you can have something good in your life, then you're not going to have something good, plain and simple. And so you really have to believe that good things can happen. And trust me, for years of my life, I was like, I thought that, I had everything you could possibly imagine. I thought the world was against me. I couldn't have things. And I made every excuse in the book. So it's like I was there. You know what I mean? And I changed my life with positive thinking. So, it's free to just change your thoughts and to think a more positive one than a negative one. But, that's what I would do with that Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Tower. I think this is a good surprise, is what I feel. The Tower does not have to be a bad thing. And really, I feel this could be a good surprise that's coming in for you with that Ace of Pentacles. Something, the Tower can be something shocking. So there could be like a shocking surprise, a shocking opportunity. I don't really feel, again, I don't think it's that shocking. Really, what I think this is a light bulb moment, like a moment of awakening or, whatever you want to call it. The Tower can be like a revelation, and so I feel like you're kind of having like a little bit of an aha moment, especially if this is a person. I think you're like, oh, this person is a good person, or, this person would be nice for me. I also feel that, again, the light bulb moment could be this right here, the the third opportunity, the third place solution. So again, if you've been trying to grow your business or trying to grow something else, I feel like someone is showing you a way. Again, I would be open to just, listening to random people. It doesn't mean you have to totally accept what they're saying, but this is kind of giving me the vibes of, it's like, sometimes I think like children, might say things to us and we're like, oh, whatever, they're children. But, maybe what they're saying is like intuitive, if that makes sense. Children are very intuitive. So I don't know why that's popping into my head. But again, someone might say something to you, or maybe you're watching TV and you get a piece of advice or whatever from the TV or whatever the person is saying. And at first, like, I feel like your first instinct is like, what does this person know? Or a child, like if you have a child. But at the same time, like, I would listen because, I feel like there could be like a solution that is popping into your head here. You have this teacher card. It says, teach what you know, even if you aren't an expert. There you go. You have this angelic help card. It says, your angels are blessing you with new opportunities. Yes, you are being blessed with new opportunities. 3 aces. Are you kidding? Definitely. You have the Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel there could be like a very fiery, passionate connection coming in for you. If you have your eye on a person that like physically, I'm talking about like where you are, your hometown or something like that. This feels very close, right? It's almost like I feel like you're not sure about a person. It's like almost like you're meeting a person. Maybe this hasn't happened yet, right? But it's almost like you meet a person. I feel like they feel different, but that's like the only thing that you can say about it, right? And I feel like they are. So, I would trust your instincts is kind of what I'm getting. Ace of Wands is also a passionate new beginning. So a lot of you, I feel, are kind of feeling like reinvigorated in business. You have the 4 of Wands, which could be marriage, of course. Of course, I don't think you necessarily are going to get married today. But definitely could be meeting a person that you'll marry in the future. I feel like this is a very lucky connection. This person was like made for you, literally. So, could be a very solid connection coming in if you want love. I also see you committing to new things. It's like, I feel you have a lot of ideas, right? And I just feel like there are, it's like, I don't want to say your ideas are bad ideas because I don't think they are. But I just think that there are really good ideas that are coming in for you that are going to work, like especially for those of you that work on projects or businesses right here with the 10 of Pentacles. And, it's like sometimes I think we get attached to an idea. We think it's a good idea when really it isn't. And we just have to be honest with ourselves, right? and I kind of have that popping into my head. But it's almost like, again, it's showing up in the good stuff. So I don't think you're necessarily forcing yourself to do ideas that aren't working. I kind of actually feel like you're waking up to things that do work, and you are being honest about what works, and you are focusing more on that. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. So anything you can do to... Sorry, that's not what it represents, but that's what popped into my head. So I feel like you need more play, but I also feel like you need more work. Again, he needs to plant seeds in this field behind him, but it is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So I do feel like a lot of you could be like planting new seeds, which the whole entire reading seems to be about. It's like you're trying something new, pretty simple. With the Ace of Wands, you have the 2 of Wands. Yes, are you kidding? He has the wand behind him. He's reaching forward, grabbing the wand in front of him. Ace of Wands. You're literally letting go of one thing so you can have something better. That's what this reading is saying. With the 4 of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Definitely trust your intuition. Again, I got like an intuitive feeling, and I feel Leos are very intuitive. I got like an intuitive feeling on a person. So again, if you're interested in a person, it's almost like more intuitive. Maybe you have an intuitive idea that the person is the right person for you. And I would just go for it, Leo. Feels really good. So there you go. Could be a Pisces. Doesn't have to be. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. Could be a Taurus as well. Could be any sign. Marriage. But the Hierophant is also about like bringing an idea down to earth. He is a bridge between the heavens and the earth, the Hierophant. So, he communicates with both sides. But, you might be communicating with your higher self so that you can, manifest some sort of project on earth. And but I feel like it's time for you to kind of like bring something down to earth. You have that Hands of Fate card, and it's almost like there's like a fated opportunity coming in for you. You have this Vision card. This is Sun in Pisces. Again, so another Pisces card. But really, I feel like the Pisces energy is more... could you be dealing with the Pisces? Sure. But, I feel that's not really what it's talking about. I feel like it is talking about your vision, maybe your intuitive vision for the world. And I feel like there's more that you could be doing to carry that out. And instead of thinking harder, I would be thinking more efficient. Next, you have this Inheritance card. A lot of people getting this card, which is interesting. Obviously, I don't think everyone's getting an inheritance. I think we could be inheriting ideas or plans or goals, and these things could be very helpful. Next, you have this Concentration card. Yes, it is. I believe it is a time where we need to concentrate. where we need to focus on things that we're working on and all this other stuff. If you're revisiting something, by the way, really great time. I mean, we have Mercury retrograde, sorry. And with Mercury retrograde, I think it's perfectly acceptable to work on something that you worked on in the past. Like if you're breathing new life into it, or if you're kind of trying to gain a new perspective on an old idea that you're trying to upgrade to a sort. I think it would be a really good time for you to take advantage of that energy. Next, you have this optimism card. A lot of people have had this card as well. So definitely like a lot of reasons to be happy and more joyful. And you have this exaltation card. You are being blessed, I feel like the universe is bringing you like a fated opportunity or something like that here. And this is going to be like a light bulb moment. I feel like if you're wondering what this is, I feel like it will feel like an aha moment where you're like, oh, I know what to do now. I know what to do in my business, or I know what to do in love, or, whatever the case may be. Pretty simple reading. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.